Hey guys, wanted to take a few minutes and piggyback off of our live team call that we had with Christian Pounder when we were discussing the mindset and the application of the first two steps of our sales process, being building rapport in the intro. So as you know, we're a big fan of real life and just transparency. I went ahead and edited out some of the live sales that I've done, just to give you a real life application of this. It's going to start off, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on rapport. Obviously, it's just making a connection with them. But the first clip's going to show me, from very start, building rapport, making a connection, then rolling into the intro, and then about, I don't know, 4 or 5 or 6 applications of me going through the intro over and over with 6 or 7 different clients that were all applications, and they're all closed business, been submitted. Most of them have been paid now, just to show you, real life application. So stay tuned. Hope this helps. But it took us about 45 minutes to get on where I could help them. So good to meet you guys. Good to see you. I'm
Good to see you.
I'm kind of, I think we're all kind of adjusting to our, hopefully temporary but new way of life here. Typically since 2007, since I've been in this business, the state has always required me to come out and see you guys in person. That way I can sign off saying that I've seen you. So they've given me authorization to do that like this. All I ask is just, let's just, act like we're sitting here. I'm sitting here with you at your table, and we can now help you guys do whatever you want like normal. So how long have you guys lived here?
In this house since March 24th.
That's right. You just moved in there, Mark. Y'all loving it so far?
We love it.
1 month, 5 days.
Got your blood pressure down?
Yeah. We've been working like crazy. We're building chicken coop right now.
Really?
We got 14 chickens.
Well,
We were going to start small, but it multiplied quickly.
Y'all are getting some homesteading going, huh?
Right.
oh yeah.
I've always wanted to have chickens, and I don't exactly know why, but we ended up getting 12 babies and 2 grown ones.
Okay, so you have some laying hens, or?
Yeah,
Well,
we have 2. They're supposed to lay, but they haven't
got
done.
1 laying hen, a rooster, and 12 baby hens.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I grew up in Pelahatchie, Mississippi, so that also explains why Nashville wasn't a good fit for me.
Right.
There's about Pelahatchie. There's about around Christmas and Thanksgiving, when everybody's home, there might be 700, 800 people there. So
Yeah.
pretty big adjustment. But I had chickens growing up.
It's called a small town. It's called a small town, huh?
Yeah, that's called a small town. And I'll have to remember that you guys are going to have a delay on the audio being on the video. So, okay, so this is the form you guys had sent in to us after you had closed on the mortgage. So I'll just kind of catch me up. So when was the last time when y'all were living in the city? Were y'all renting, or did y'all own that house too?
No, I owned the house. I had the house.
So you sold that?
We haven't been married long.
Okay. How long have y'all been married?
February 1st.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
So y'all are having y'all have your honeymoon out there in the country and building chicken coops, huh?
Yeah, we're going all out, aren't we?
Yeah. Hey, I like it. So Connie, so you had a mortgage, you closed, you've sold that. This is the only mortgage we have now currently.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Did you set up any mortgage protection coverage last time that you closed on your mortgage?
Not when I closed, but later on after a divorce, I got what do you call it? It was to like a gap in case I got sick or something and I couldn't work. Or I guess if I died too. My kids had like 5 years to sell the house, or I had 5 years to get well, something like that. I was afraid, after I had a mortgage by myself, if I got sick, that I didn't have any backup.
Right. Makes sense.
So
Okay.
that's what I had.
And
I
that
don't know what it's called.
is that policy gone now, or do you still have it?
Yes. No, I canceled it.
Okay. So, all right. So basically, anytime that you close on a mortgage, guys, or if you purchase, whether it's purchasing a new piece of property or if you ever do a refinance, the window opens to be able to set up this type of coverage, without having to do blood work or physical exams or anything, So, basically, daddy dies, mom and the kids don't lose the house. Or if you got diagnosed with something, there's a lot of different ways you can set it up, and I'll help you guys design whatever you want. My job is just the underwriting side. So the banks and the mortgage lenders are not licensed to offer this type of coverage, or they would just roll it in, at closing. They have to outsource it to the big insurance companies. So most companies have programs specifically designed for this, but they all have different criteria for who they will or who they won't approve based on previous health history, prescriptions, surgeries, that sort of thing. So my job is I'm just going to kind of get a snapshot of everything from you. So I can narrow down, we can narrow down from 30 companies down to 2 or 3, figure out who I would be even authorized to sign off on for you, and then figure out who has the best rate, and then let you guys kind of design whatever you want once I find who has the best rate. But it's not anything we can really make a complete decision on right this second. We don't know for sure that they'll approve you or not. I'm just basically signing off on a recommendation on your behalf to whatever company has the best rate, and it takes about a week or so. They'll either cover you or not. Okay. Does all that sound fair enough?
Yeah.
Fair.
To be totally fair, you're the second person we talked to.
Oh, I'm the second person. Did somebody come to the house, or did you talk to them like this?
Yes. It's been a week or two, but we didn't sign it because he had surgery last year, and they were going to wait 6 months before they could cover it.
Okay. What kind of surgery did he have?
Back.
His back surgery.
Neither here nor there. And now there's a couple of different bridges that you can take to access the insurance companies. Just not every bridge has access to as many insurance companies. So, I can look at all of them. So, usually, and it doesn't matter to me, I'm not partial to any insurance company, just, unless you have some kind of emotional attachment to one, I usually would just go with whoever has the best rate that will actually cover you. So we're just kind of look at it and see. Hey, and for the record, if it was up to me, you could have $10 million of coverage for $5 a month. I just don't know if I can find an insurance company that's going to like you as much as I do. All right. So right now we owe $264,000. Perfect. So we didn't set any insurance coverage up to pay off the house if you died that time.
No. We tried to. I got some life insurance on my own.
Okay, good.
Not enough to pay it off, but I got some to help her in case something did happen to me.
Good.
And but because of my age and everything, I couldn't get it nowhere.
Okay. Well, basically, anytime that you purchase a home, or if you ever do, every time you do a refinance, the window opens to be able to set up this type of coverage.
Oh, okay.
Without having to do any physical exams or blood work or anything like that. Now, the banks and the mortgage lenders, Charles, are not licensed to offer it, or they would just give it to you at closing. They have to outsource it to the insurance companies. And most companies have programs specifically designed for this. They all have different criteria for who they will or who they won't approve based on heart attacks or previous health history. So my job is strictly the underwriting side of everything, just to make sure whatever you guys are trying to design to take care of that you're eligible to even request that from an underwriting standpoint, and basically just sign off on a recommendation on your behalf Once as we figure out, whatever company we want to go with, whoever will approve us, whoever has the best rate, basically signing off on a recommendation on your behalf to that company because they don't know anything about you. Okay.
Right.
So it's not anything we can really make a complete decision on right this second. We don't know for sure if they'll even approve you. I'll just kind of get a snapshot of everything so I can narrow down, from 20, 30 different insurance companies down to one or two that might approve you, and then figure out who has the best rate based on that.
Okay.
And I'll do everything I can to help you guys. I'll just kind of get an idea of what you might need, what you might want. So let me pull this up here. And of course, whatever you design, you're designing it. I'll help you do whatever you want. But once as we kind of figure out what you would want if you could have it, I'll just have to run through a quick health questionnaire with you just to make sure I'm authorized to sign off on it.
Sure.
To believe this is happening. So basically, guys, anytime that we close on a mortgage or do a refinance, the window opens to be able to set up this type of coverage without having to do blood work or physical exams or any of that. Now, the mortgage lenders and the banks are not licensed to offer it, so they actually have to outsource that to the big insurance companies. Most companies have programs specifically designed for this. Daddy dies, mom, the kids don't lose the house, or if anyone were to get diagnosed with something, that way you can still access your money even if you're not dead, actually. 95% of whatever your death benefit is to go ahead and keep making mortgage payments and make sure the family never goes into foreclosure basically for any reason. Okay. Now, they all have different criteria for who they will or who they won't approve. My job is strictly the underwriting side of everything, just to make sure whatever you guys are trying to design to take care of this, that you're eligible from an underwriting standpoint to even request that. Okay. So it's not really anything we can make a complete decision on right this second. We don't know for sure if they'll approve you or not. I'm going to just basically get a snapshot of everything and narrow down from 20 different companies down to 2 or 3, maybe approve you, figure out who has the best rate, and then I'll let you guys kind of take it from there, design whatever you want as far as how much you would want to pay if you could get approved, that sort of thing. And then once you figure out what you would want if you could have it, I'll have to just run through a quick health questionnaire with you just to make sure that I'm authorized to sign off on it for you, but they won't have to prick you or stick you or do anything. Okay. So right now we owe $190,000 over to PennyMac. We designed for this, but they all have different criteria for who they will or who they won't approve, based on previous health history, prescriptions, that sort of thing. So my job is strictly the underwriting side of everything, just to make sure whatever you guys are trying to design to take care of this, that you're eligible from an underwriting standpoint to even request that. Okay. Basically just signing off on a recommendation on your behalf to whatever insurance company you want to go with, or whatever insurance company has the best rate for you, because they don't know anything about you. So not anything we can really make a complete decision on right this second, because we don't know for sure if they'll approve you or not. Okay. I'll just kind of get a quick snapshot of everything and narrow it down from 30 different insurance companies down to 2 or 3 that would approve you, figure out which one has the best rate, and then based on your age, and then let you guys take that and design whatever you want from there. Okay. So let me make sure I have everything correct here. Okay, so right now we owe $77,600. They cannot offer it. They are not licensed to offer it. So they have to outsource that coverage to the big insurance companies who should have been doing it all along. Right. There was a lot of problems and stuff going on with that. So if you want to later, if you can get your hands on that policy, I'll be happy to review it for you. To the insurance companies, most companies have programs specifically designed for this. Daddy dies, mom and the kids don't lose the house, or someone gets diagnosed with something. And you can kind of custom fit all of that. But each insurance company and each program, of course, has different criteria for who they will or who they won't approve. Okay. So my job is strictly the underwriting side of everything, just to make sure whatever you're trying to design to take care of this, that you are eligible from an underwriting standpoint to even request that. Okay, so it's not a final decision. I'm the first layer, and basically I'm just signing off on a recommendation on your behalf to whatever company has the best rate or whoever will possibly approve us. So it's not anything we can really make a complete decision on right this second, Cynthia.
Right, I understand.
Just narrow down, figure out, let you play with the numbers, design what you want. I will sign off on anything that that I'm eligible to sign off on and help you do whatever you want me to do. So first, I'm just going to kind of get a snapshot of everything to make sure I am pointing you in the right direction and putting you in the best possible situation that we can. So right now we got it. So basically, anytime that you close on a mortgage, if you purchase a piece of property or if you do a refinance, the window opens to be able to set up this type of coverage without having to do blood work or physical exams or jump through any of those hoops. So the mortgage companies and the mortgage lenders and the banks are not licensed to offer this type of coverage, so they have to outsource it to the big insurance companies. Most companies, Jennifer, have programs specifically designed for this, but they all have different criteria for who they will or who they won't approve based on previous health history, prescriptions, age, that sort of thing. So my job is strictly the underwriting side of all of this, just to make sure.
So you're basically the broker?
Yeah, man. Basically, my job is just to make sure whatever you're trying to design, first and foremost, that you're eligible from an underwriting standpoint to even request that. Right. So it's not anything we can really make a complete decision on right this second. We don't know for sure that they'll even approve you or not. I'll basically get a snapshot of everything so I can narrow down from 30 different companies down to 2 or 3, figure out who has the best rate for you, and then just kind of let you play with the numbers and design whatever you want. Okay.
Okay.
So right now we owe $74,000. All right. So as you see, I left those hanging as I was transitioning into the next step, step 3 of our process, being the client worksheet. I'm going to go ahead and link a video description to the quick breakdown of the client worksheet. Should be right here, or you can click maybe over here. But hope this helps. If it did, go ahead and do me a favor. Drop me one of these and click the subscription button below so you do not miss out on any future content. We're going to keep working hard to give you real nuts and bolts, no thrills, implementable training, implementable content. So click the subscribe button so you don't miss out on anything. And hey, we will see you next Friday at noon.